Hey guys, it's Catherine and I am filming my cheap art supply challenge today. All the stuff that you see right here is stuff I got from the dollar store. I am so jealous of people who have like all kinds of like interesting like art supplies at their dollar stores. I got watercolor because I knew I wanted to paint these, I think, acrylic paints. They feel pretty good. I don't know, try them out today. All these things were $1. These jelly kind of gel pens. I don't know if these are going to be waterproof or not. Whatever happens happens. Refuse to use the brush. So I have these acrylic brushes, crayons, and I have like a 48 box with the sharpener, and I would consider that cheap because I got that probably 13 or 14 years ago. Did I say 48? I meant 96. Okay. So I'm probably not going to use the crayons. If I do, they're here. I just want to let you know that's what those are from if I start just like using crayons. So I've already used my beautiful 0.7 mechanical pencil. I only used one. I didn't use all 5. What would be the point of that? To go ahead and sketch out my Tyrion Lannister portrait. The pen, I like the pen, but it's smeared, especially with the eraser, and again, a lot with the heel of my hand. I was just like transferring ink around the paper like while I was drawing it, and I didn't even realize. It was like intermittently juicy. Some of the time it would like flow really continuously, and then some of the time it would like skid over, and I found out that it was not waterproof. You'll see it mixing with the watercolor. And all in all, like, you couldn't even really see the smears like by the end of the drawing. The watercolor though, I think there were 6 colors and they're neon, and they didn't really mix that well with the water, I guess. I feel as though that regular watercolor paint is kind of inky and it like flows better with the water. I did use all the colors though. I even mixed a brown with the green and the red. The blue, I think that it was made with white, like mixed with white initially, and it looked kind of gray when you added water to it and almost milky, because I wanted to darken my red with the blue to kind of have that as like a really deep purple color, almost black. The picture through the camera was like really red compared to the drawing in like real life. Like, he looked bloody, and I was like, okay, I have to fix this. So that was with the attempt to make that brown, but I mean, eventually I was just like, no, this is not gonna work. I'm just gonna have to scrap the watercolor, because I couldn't even get the right color red with the watercolor anyway. And like his little bold leather jerkin, I think that's what it's called. I've been reading Game of Thrones. So anyway, I couldn't get the right color, so I was like, I'm just gonna have to use crayons, I know it. So as I was letting it dry, because I knew I wanted to use the crayons, I decided that I would use the acrylic paint on his hair, and I was just going to use the yellow and the orange for the hair. But I mean, once again, neons, and that's my fault for choosing like not primary colors and then just getting like the colors that I thought were pretty, like, because I didn't know what I was going to be painting at first. Like, when I got them, I was just like, I'll make a flower, but no, I didn't realize that I was doing a person. So the paint was, I mixed it with water, but it still ended up being kind of foamy, which I think is really strange, especially for acrylic. It didn't get watered down, it just got like this like frothy. So, but anyway, it was like transparent, and I don't know, like, it wasn't exactly how I was hoping it would be, but I mean, it had a really great texture, like when I actually like put it down for the crayon later, which makes me think that it's not acrylic, because acrylic is like a plastic base sort of, and so it would have been shiny and it would have been harder for the wax crayon to layer on top of it, but it actually had a good surface. So pros and cons, I guess, of having not real acrylic. I mean, I think that both the watercolor and the acrylic were like a tempera paint. Like, I don't really think that they were real paint as they were meant to be. I mean, I guess they're $1, and I think they're for kids, so they had to be like waterproof or water soluble, so they can be cleaned up or whatever. So I think they were just like a chalk base with water, because they would all like kind of smear and like show brush strokes the same way. So I was like, I mean, I wasn't expecting it not to do that, because I mean, they were $1 and it was in the kids section, you know. I mean, all in all, I don't think I really should have used the watercolor. I mean, I guess that's why they call this a challenge, but I mean, the crayons though, like, the crayons were awesome, and they helped me out like so much. So the only thing though was just that they didn't layer very well. So the crayon box that I had tons of colors in it, but not every color that I was looking for, which was the issue that I had with them, because they were so waxy and they couldn't layer that well. and that also like made it impossible to like mix colors. So I ended up using black quite a bit to create the darks in the red especially. It did a pretty good job layering on top of colors though, especially, however, I wanted to layer a brown on top of the gold embroidery sort of to like make it, you know, more voluminous, but I just like couldn't. It was like it was over. I couldn't do anything except for just that yellow and then embroidery though. And then the white too, which it wasn't transparent, so it made it really hard because I was trying to achieve like a white of the paper kind of highlight, but I think it was just a little bit too waxy and there wasn't enough pigment really. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. But I feel as though the watercolor was a huge mistake, you know, like I think I spent the rest of the time just like trying to fix that mistake that I made with the watercolor and like making his face like pink and bloody. But I really do think the outfit looks awesome. I think the hair is a little bit cartoony, but I'm okay with it, you know. The face though, I'm just a little less experienced with people in general, so the whole thing was a challenge for me. And I'm happy with the overall finished product. So I wrote down a bunch of video ideas that I had and I'm putting them in this jar. Some of them are from viewers and some of them I just wanted to do on my own. I already know what I'm doing for next week, so I won't have to draw from the cup just yet. So next week is going to be a charcoal speed paint. So if you want to learn a little bit more about charcoal and how to shade and all that stuff, it's going to be a succulent with dew on it. So all those techniques will be employed in that drawing. If you guys have a question or an idea for a video, I will put it in this jar and add it to my list of things to do. I'm putting out a video at least once a week, usually on Wednesday and or on Saturday. Thanks for watching. So I'll see you guys then.